YouTube, this is a test. We're gonna see how well this comes in. I'm trying to get good lighting, and I'm trying to see if I can look excited. This is Matt. This channel is called Flip Empire, and it's all about flipping, picking, and making a buck. And a quick shout out, thank you to all my subscribers, all my new ones especially. Nope, old ones too. All my subscribers, all 10 of you. I really appreciate it. Those likes and those subscribes tell me that you like the videos that I'm making and you want to see more of it. So that's awesome. This video is no joke. I've been a seller on eBay since 1999, and I've never run into this before, at least not that I know of. And it really freaked me out. It's still freaking me out every time I think about it. So I'm just gonna tell you the story, and this message is important for every reseller there is. So we're talking eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, Craigslist sellers, thrift store sellers, and people that have yard sales, and people that sell anything that's used, okay? Because I ran into an issue where I might have been selling something illegally and without even knowing it. So if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I like to open up Amazon return pallets. It's not always returns. Sometimes it's overstocks. Sometimes it's shelf pulls, liquidations of all types. And so essentially what is on those pallets can sometimes be something that a consumer sent back because for one reason or another, it didn't fit, they didn't like it, they had two, whatever. Well, so I pulled an item off the shelf, off the pallet, and lo and behold, I look it up and it's worth about $130 on eBay. And I got two of them. It's actually the Vornado Baby heater, infant heater. So what this thing does, it has a little remote here, and then you attach it to the crib, and then this sits on the other side of the room, and then this senses what the temperature is by the crib, and then this automatically keeps the temperature, the ambient temperature in the room at the right temperature. So super cool item, and I was really stoked because I was going to resell this. There were a bunch of other people selling it. I think there were maybe 11 completed, and they were up to $140 each. And so I'm going to take you on a little journey of clicks that I did on the computer. I'm going to move into the computer room right now, and we're going to look and see what I found when I looked this up. All right, so as I mentioned, I looked up the Vornado Baby Sunny CS nursery heater on eBay, and as you can see, the new other items sell great. This is the same make and model number that I have, that I got two of on this pallet. So of course I'm excited. I paid $500 for the pallet, and two items will pay for half of it, right? Selling them on eBay. And so anyway, what I always do in my listings is I like to include MSRP in my title, because including MSRP in the title kind of shows what the original cost was, and then it shows how much of a discount whenever you list it for less. People will be able to see that they're getting a good price. So anyway, that's beside the point. So when I was looking up MSRP, I just Googled the name of the product, and I see the second thing down is Vornado Air recalls curbside space heaters due to fire and burn. Okay, so I clicked on that, and hey, there's my item. And when I look at the product number and the serial number, mine matches. Both of them do. So both of my items were recalled. It says here the product has the hazard on this product is a broken motor mount that can allow the electric heating element to come in contact with the interior plastic materials and ignite, posing fire and burn hazards. And it was recalled January 31st, 2018. There were about 5,000 in the US, and I own 2 of them now, and about 100 in Canada. And if you look a little further down, it says that Vornado has received 5 reports of the electric heaters catching fire. No injuries or property damage have been reported, which is good. However, what's to say that I sell this item to a family and the family puts it in their kid's bedroom and it catches the nursery on fire, and who knows what could happen? So that starts freaking me out. So I decide, okay, well, let's look up what other websites say about selling recalled items. Maybe you can claim ignorance. I don't know. So I start looking. This is the Consumer Reports website. They say don't sell recalled products at your yard sale. And so somebody asked the question, if something I sell at my garage sale turns out to have been recalled, am I liable in any way? And it does. It is illegal, and it exposes you to risk of being sued. And so they're saying specifically stay clear of high-risk items like cribs, bike helmets, car seats, etc. And so then I dig a little bit more into the eBay policy on recalled items. And they say, the question is, can I list recalled items on eBay? This is eBay's customer service page. It says sellers aren't allowed to list items that are prohibited from being sold because of a recall. If an item can be legally sold but is subject to recall, sellers must include appropriate information about the recall in the listing. How can I find out about recalled items? And there's information. So I think, oh, well, maybe I'll just put a release of liability in my auction and just say, don't worry, it may catch on fire, but if you want to use it, you're liable, we're not. But I doubt that would hold up in court. So I found this website, the Inland Empire Law Group, and they have some information in here about what could happen to you if you sell a recalled item on eBay. But it's not just eBay, it's Amazon, it's your yard sale, it's in your thrift store, it's anywhere you sell a used item. You can't even donate the used item. You have to destroy it. It says here, the penalty for selling recalled or prohibited products can be severe. The law imposes $100,000 to $15 million in fines of individuals or companies violating the law. Normally, these fines are reserved for small to large businesses. Talks about a suit against Fisher Price. And then, unfortunately, the way the law is written, there is no distinction between the garage sale in your front yard, thrift store operator, and a large corporation like Mattel Toys. However, remember that if you do sell a prohibited product and that product ends up injuring a child or another person, you can be responsible for that injury or loss of life merely because you put the item on the market when it should have been destroyed. When selling products that are not on the recall list or are prohibited for sale, make sure those items are not broken or damaged in such a way that it can cause injury to another. You can be held responsible for selling that defective or damaged product without warning the purchaser of the product. Remember the old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure. The following is now true, that your junk can be your nightmare if somebody is hurt by your junk. That's pretty funny. Be careful. Be very careful, review the recall list, and use common sense when selling your items. So the moral of this video is, just because you have an item that might sell well in a thrift store, at your yard sale, on eBay, you better be sure that it's not going to injure somebody or cause loss of life, because you could be liable. Hopefully this video might help prevent some people from accidentally breaking the law and violating the rules that eBay has in place, and the consumer, what are they called? And the Consumer Product Safety Commission. So anyway, yeah, if you have a story about this, I would love to hear it. Please add it to the comments, and remember to like and subscribe. And I really appreciate all the love I've been getting on YouTube so far. So with that, I'm out.